If you're experiencing plantar fasciitis, heel spurs, or just issues with the bottom of your feet being uncomfortable, I'm going to share with you an exercise that you can start using on a daily basis to help mitigate that pain. But before I give you that exercise, let's first take a look at why you might be even having this painful foot problem in the first place. One of the first things that we need to look at when you're having issues with your feet is how does your body stand comfortably at rest? What we should see is that the ankles, knees, hips, pelvis, shoulders, and head all stack in vertical alignment. Why this is first important to look at is because we're trying to understand where is your weight distributed? Where's your center of gravity when you're standing at rest? If there is imbalance between the muscle groups in the front and the back side of the body, then what you're going to do is naturally deviate and shift your entire body weight forward, as seen in this photo. As your body weight shifts forward, the front of your toes press harder into the ground, which in other words means the under part of your foot, the plantar fascia, and the calf, the tendons, the Achilles, the soleus, the muscles behind the leg are going to have to stiffen and tense up just to prevent you from falling forward further. This over time can lead to excessive tension and work in the soft tissue surrounding your feet, ankles, and knees. Now, aside from just standing at rest and where your center of gravity naturally falls, how you move is the second part of this problem. The muscles in the feet work best when the foot points forward. As soon as the foot begins to twist when walking, you're adding additional stress to each step. The foot twisting compromises arch function. Notice how when my foot is rotated out, how my arches fall flat every time I step now, as opposed to the arch naturally guiding that force and tension throughout the rest of the musculoskeletal system. Said differently, your feet have to work harder with each step because the majority of the other muscles are not able to show up and help you produce that smooth, efficient motion anymore. So now I'm going to show you an exercise to start putting some vital motion back into the foot. Have a seat. Let's start off lifting your right leg and placing it on top of your left thigh. From here, we're going to take our opposite hand, so our left hand, and we're going to take our fingers and just slowly see if we can get them through, kind of like we're holding someone else's hand. Now, this is going to feel a little weird because you've probably never held your foot like this before. But my fingers are firmly planted in between each toe. And from here, we're just going to start off doing really nice, slow, clockwise circles. My brain is not moving my foot, so I'm not activating the muscles in the lower leg right now. I'm using my hand with each circle to just start loosening up the tissue between the toes and the tissue in the bottom of the foot. We're not going to crank on anything. I don't want you to push past any discomfort or pain. The goal is to start getting this tissue to move again and not be so bound up and wound tight. We're going to do 20 of these clockwise, just like this. And then when 20 is done, we're going to do 20 the other way, so counterclockwise. Again, we're going slow and we're trying to really accentuate that motion in the bottom of the foot. Now, like I said, what this can do is it can help break up that soft tissue that has become really hard, tense, and overactive. And that in and of itself can feel great. It could be enough to actually start relieving symptoms of heel spurs or plantar fasciitis. However, it's not going to go after why the foot's having problems in the first place. Remember, that has to do with the way that your entire body's moving and also just how you're standing at rest. What is the balance between the muscles in the front and the back of the body? If you want to learn how to resolve that, this is exactly what I teach people how to do in my year-long online movement program. So if you want to learn how to resolve the entire body, go ahead and click the link in the bio and check that out. When you're done with 20 of these counterclockwise rotations, then we're just going to do 20 point and flexes. And again, I'm trying to use that hand to pry open that tight tissue underneath that foot. And this might actually start to improve and increase ankle mobility as well. Do this every single morning and watch what happens to how the bottom of your feet feel. Hope this helps.